Mm-mm-mm. We got him. Razzlevarg. Let's look at this dude. Oh my God, he's got the tails, got the wolf on his side, because he, I assume, killed one. Normally they would eat rabbits. Not this rabbit. You ain't eating this rabbit. You're becoming a coat. Not this flocking rabbit, dagnabbit. Let's look at the kit. We got this. Ally speed in all battles by 20%. All battles by 20%. That's nice. That's nice. We got built for speed is the passive. Increase each speed buff placed by this champion. Increases this champion's speed by 5. Stacks up to 100. It's great in clan boss because you're going to build all the way through. It's great everywhere too. We're probably also just going to run him everywhere and see how it works out. We got this. Attacks all enemies, places a 30% increased speed buff and a 50% increased accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns before attacking. So all of that comes up right away. That's going to enable a bunch of cool stuff. We got attacks all enemies, has a 75% of chance of placing a leech. We're going to, of course, book them out. It's going to be a 100% chance. And then heals this champion by 10% of their max HP for each leech debuff placed by the skill. So it's only going to be 1 for the clan boss, but it might, maybe for Spider, he might even be more useful than I think he is in Spider, because he's going to be placing a ton of leech, healing himself every single time he puts that out. Then we've got attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit will fill this champion's turn meter by 5%, and this does a decent amount of damage. So it's a lot of books we got going on, and we're going to spend them all because I think we have just enough books, or very close to enough books, that it'll be worth it. So, yeah. We got them, and now we're going to spend some time ranking them up that I'm not going to make you watch. All right, we're back, and this is what we're doing. We're doing clan boss. The only change we're going to make to our normal clan boss, this is what I got for our normal clan boss. We'll see what it does this time. It usually does between 18 million to 20 million on nightmare, not an ultra nightmare, regular nightmare. So clearly we're not into the big boys yet. But let's show you the builds and get down to it. So we've got in the lead, who we're going to change. We're going to put Razzlevarg in there. We're going to change Razzlevarg's stuff up, though. We put this stuff on him. Again, sometimes I get impatient, and then I'm like, let's use this guy. And you should never do that. You should be patient and put on the best stuff. And even what I'm going to do today is not the best thing to do. I just want to show this interesting thing, because the only change for my clan boss is going to be Razzlevarg. So we'll see how much of a difference it makes. It's going to be, I really don't know. I haven't tested it. So it's going to be a total, actual blind experiment. And the only thing that's going to change is Razzlevarg. We are going to put some different gear on him, so it's more similar to High Katun, whom I won't get the same speeds, because I got High Katun at 257 because she's also my speed lead in my arena. I just do a basic arena build where you increase speed, push turn meter, decrease defense, and a nuke, and then a protector in Rush card, who we also have on the clan boss, because when you have less champions, you just use them the best you can. And I think arena and clan boss are the 2 most important parts. Arena helps build all of your stats up. I mean, let's look at the stats I'm getting from my affinity bonuses and my classic arena. I've got 4,000 extra hit points. From attack, I've got 41 plus 205, 48 plus 238 for defense. Masteries add in some stuff too. Crit damage is an extra 6% infinity bonus. Masteries, resistance, and accuracy both have extra stuff in there because I have the affinity bonuses, and that's all from doing arena. So that's our speed lead. Then we have Mashaled, because he's got a leech and an increased crit damage for everybody. and this is the build I've got with him. I could pour more defense into him and that sort of thing, but I'm also using him to destroy waves and also to destroy arena people sometimes. I got high accuracy, so I can hit that leech, and 200 speed, which is over the speed of the clan boss Demon Lord. The Demon Lord. Then we have Roshkard. Roshkard has a bolster set on, and a bolster set, if you don't know, basically gives you a 30% shield. Let me make sure I'm saying that correct. I'm pretty sure I am. A 30% hit point ally shield for 3 turns on all of your characters, but heals this character by 10% every turn. So it's got a little heal on there. Again, I did the best I could on some of these builds. He's got a 3,000 defense, 2,000 attack, 57,000 on the hit points. Does not have 100% crit rate, but is pretty close. And accuracy is decently high because I do want him to land some of that when I'm in regular stuff. Because he's got a block damage and a block buffs skill on there that comes in handy. Also got a brimstone blessing on him. That adds in a good amount of damage. And it's the, if you don't know brimstone, let's go through it. Whenever this champion attacks, each hit has a chance to place a smite debuff for 2 turns. Champions under the smite debuff will be hit by a meteorite when they use an active skill. It's pretty rad. The meteorite inflicts damage equal to 25% of the affected champion's max hit points and will also inflict damage to all other enemy champions equal to 5% of their max hit points. Not bad. Only one smite debuff per team. They like to say that you should only use it once. I only have a 1-star on there, so I get a 15% chance of placing a smite debuff, and it is helpful. Even with this only 15% chance. And because they made this strange change where you have to have, it used to be you didn't have to have accuracy, now you do. This helps, having a little accuracy helps for him land that from time to time as well. And when we replace Katun, Razzlevarg will be bringing a increased accuracy and increased speed, and it is just super fast. And it's a little faster. He's got a 20% speed in all battles, and Katun's 19%, so a little extra speed as well. And then we have Coffin Smasher. Now, Coffin Smasher, he gives a little decrease the damage of enemies inflict with AoE attacks by 5%. It's not much, but it's a little extra thing. Now, I don't use this, the hit point burn debuff on this thing, because I just want him to land this. And I haven't put all of the, I haven't put all of the things in there. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do that right now. Try to increase that chance right now. Let's go to him, because we do have books, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at that. And I've saved a bunch of books. I bought a little bit as well. That's one of the things I do buy from time to time. Not proud of it, but I do. It's the most of the only option if you're not smashing clan boss, which is why it's important to smash clan boss. But I'm not buying that for $60. That's ridiculous. So let's get back to it. Clan boss. So we're going to go ahead and start it. What I do with this specific run is I start it myself. Here we go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. All right, just singing some songs for you. Now, I don't start off with his increase, with Katun's increased speed. I do this first because I want them to have their increased speeds up at a different time. With Kale, I just have him doing poisons, and that's how I have him set up on the auto once we go to auto. And then this is going to increase speed, increase crit damage. Then we'll just go ahead and do that because that's the biggest attack he's got. I will do that for this, but for the rest of the time, I have him just doing that so that we can try to hit a decrease attack. The decrease attack is important to get up. I try to do it this way because I'm trying to keep speed up the entire time. Then we go here then we auto. So here we go. We'll be right back after these messages. We'll be right back. All right, so that's what we got to. 19.82 mil. We'll do a little re-gear with Razzlevarg, replace High Katun, and see what happens. Now, when I was watching, it's interesting. High Katun takes the stun a lot, which is a bad thing, which when you actually tune it, you have it do that less, or you have somebody else takes the stun. We'll curious to see if Razzlevarg will be taking that stun the most often. My goal, though, is just to see how much speed and to see the difference, and that's what we're going to see. All right. I'll be back in a second. And we're back. And maybe you notice I have a completely different shirt on. That's because this took me a couple of days because I'm new at making videos. So enjoy my newness. So what I ended up doing was I decided to upgrade and get Stag Knight instead of Coffin Smasher. And of course, we got Razzlevarg, so you'll get to see the difference. Just getting rid of Coffin Smasher and adding in Razzlevarg in amount of damage we do on the Nightmare clan boss. Not Ultra Nightmare yet. Maybe we'll do that soon, but right now this is what we got set up. I'm keeping Mashalad in because he also brings an extra leech, so I just wanted to make sure it stays up, and he also brings an extra crit damage for everybody, so a little more damage is being put out. And we leave Kale in for Poisoner. We do also have Ye Old Frozen Banshee, so eventually we'll replace Kale with Frozen Banshee, and Kale I will just make faster and be our current campaign farmer until somebody else better comes along. But for now, let's get it started in here. And I can just start on auto and let it go because it works out pretty well that way. And we'll go over the gear afterwards. You can see all the speeds and stuff. It's not speed tuned and it still does pretty well considering. So here we go. Oh, also enjoy this music. I made it. I couldn't get the T-Pain stuff, so now I made my own music. Enjoy! So there you go. 23.94. We've got Stag Knight with 3.19. Mashaled with 3.632. Kale with 6.4, most of our damage. Roshkard also with 5,000. Razzlevarg with 5,000. So really, everybody was laying down some stuff. Roshkard mostly probably his damage is from the Brimstone. Razelvarg's from being super fast. And as you can see, I think at the end he took 4 turns for 1 turn for the clan boss. So pretty solid outing here. And that allows me to 2-key Nightmare. And then, of course, I can 1-key Brutal now. So good times. Oh, yeah, just to show you the Razzlevarg and Roshkard numbers. There they are. Yeah, good times, guys. So that's it. I just wanted to show you what you could do for a clan boss. Let me show you the builds real quick. And, you know, this is for those of you who are watching who are new at this. This is kind of, and also low spender type of people, because this is a very beginning account. It gives you an idea of stuff you can do when you can get some fusions, get a couple of interesting characters, and try different stuff. And we may try out some different, just like take a few of these guys and just, you know, throw some hammers down with without Roshkard and Mashaled, just to see how much points we can get out of the whole thing, and actually speed tune it. This is with no speed tune, but now this one I thought with Razzlevarg was interesting because I got as much speed as I could get with out of using these pieces right here. I did a hit point, 60% for the gauntlets instead of a crit rate or a crit damage like some people can do, but I don't have these ability to get enough stats to do it any other way. And so I used 3 of these pieces because, or 4 of these pieces, because that gives me 30% less damage from enemy AoE attacks. Enemy AoE attacks. Hi. I can say words, I swear. Plus you get the plus 10% defense. We put him in a defense chest plate. And there's hit point gauntlets to get him up to total stats of 46,000, 238 speed, and decent amount of crit rate for the clan boss, and a good amount of accuracy. But here's the thing. When you get this sweet increased accuracy and increased speed, and with as fast as he is, you end up with increased accuracy on the whole time. You did see he got stunned a couple times, though, so that would make a difference. And then we had Stag Knight, which we don't even have maxed out on his gear yet, and we still did pretty well with that. 33,000 hit points. We could probably do better. 2884 with a defense, which is decent. 194 speed. I'd actually like him a little faster. I just haven't gotten him faster because I need him to put out debuffs before everybody goes. I think that'd be better. Good amount of crit rate. Good amount of crit damage. Tons of accuracy, because we want those decreased defense and decreased accuracy to land every single time. Because you want that decreased attack up as much as possible, because that's how you survive longer in the clan boss, is having a decreased attack up or strengthen or increased defense. And then there's other damage mitigations like these in here. Give him some damage mitigation and an extra 30% or 20%, extra 20% defense and the 30% less damage. So, boom. Which is why he's in that gear. So that's everything, guys. We did it. We had fun. I'm not going to buy a monthly pack. Thanks for checking out my videos. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe. What do they like to say? Mash the alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out videos. Subscribe. You know, if you want to check out the other stuff I do podcasts and another YouTube channel called Reboot It with some friends. And The Greatest Pod has a YouTube channel as well. So check that out down below. And thanks for watching another Rated R-ish video with Ron. Dag nabbit!